What are you still doing on my stage?
You want to down! You lie!
Well, the night my husband, Scotty, we got together, we was lying in bed, and I asked him, I said, well, why do you have to see a probation officer? He says, well, I can't tell you right now. When the time is right, I'll tell you. One night, he let it slip and said what he was in trouble for. He said, the victim lied on me and got me sent to prison. She had lied and said that I had raped her. I said, a family member told me that you was charged with it. I said, I already knew. I just wanted to see if you would be man enough to tell me. My husband, Scotty, had went to prison. He served 8.5 years. I don't believe it because he never pressured me into sex or nothing like that. During all this charge and stuff, he had lost his CDL license and he has to register, and it's just all tearing him apart. And then when he can't see his grandbabies, that's what hurts him the most. Stacy won't let him be around the grandkids alone. Now she got to where she won't let him see them at all. It makes me feel awful because he wants to see them and she won't let him. And he loves them. We all love them, but she doesn't let him see them. Yeah, I do. I miss having a close bond with my daughter. We're not as close as we once was. When I married him, it's just like everything's fell apart again. I believe him. I'm gonna be with him because we married each other. That's my husband. I'm gonna believe him. I'm in this until death do us part, and I'm gonna ride with him all the way out with it.
Scotty, what were you charged and convicted with, and how much time did you serve?
I was charged with second-degree rape, and I did 8 years on a 15-year sentence for a crime that I did not even commit.
No. So you were innocent?
Yes, sir.
How come they picked you to charge?
My mother had actually dated a black guy back years ago, and during this time, they wanted me and my mother out of the picture.
So, because your mom dated a black guy, I'm trying to get the story right. Your mom dated a black guy, you got sent to prison.
Yes.
So you get sentenced to 15 years.
Yes.
And this 11-year-old girl you didn't touch.
No, I did not.
Did you know her?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. That's got to be terrible if you're innocent and you're in prison for 8 years. You're sentenced to 15, but you do 8 years.
Yes.
And I got to imagine it's tough when you're convicted of abusing a child.
Oh, yes, it's horrific in there. I mean, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I've seen people killed because of this. I've seen people where they've been raped because of this in prison.
Yeah. Ugh.
And I've actually fought for my life in there as well.
I don't doubt it. And you maintain that you never did this.
Yes.
How do you find out that you're being charged with it?
I was dating this girl. She had 2 children, and we were sitting in her living room, me, her, and 2 children. We were watching a movie when she gets a knock on the door. It's DHR, Department of Human Resources. And they call her outside and talk to her first. And then they call me outside and tell me that that I was being accused of raping this girl when I knew nothing about it.
So they locked you up?
Several months afterwards, yes. My lawyer was a court-appointed lawyer. I believe that the victim and her family were in cohorts with him.
In front of the judge says, are you pleading guilty? And what'd you say?
I was not even in front of the judge.
You never saw a judge?
No, I did not.
They just threw your ass in prison?
Yes, sir.
You never saw a judge?
No, sir.
Judge didn't say, are you pleading guilty? And you didn't say, yes, Your Honor.
No, I did not.
They just took you from your cell and took you to prison?
The only time I seen a judge was during a preliminary hearing.
And you never saw him again?
No, I did not.
That'd be the first time I ever heard that happening. First time ever. Because usually the judge is making sure that you're pleading guilty. Somebody might have forged your name. That's why they do it. They say, hey, Scotty, do you plead guilty? Yes, Your Honor. Do you do it voluntarily? Has anything promised you? No, Your Honor. Okay, 15 years in prison. You're saying you never got that?
No, I did not.
Now, what state is this?
Alabama.
Oh, man, don't do that down there. So now you get out and you're a registered sex offender, right?
Yes, sir.
It's got to be tough, right?
It is.
All kind of rules and things that you can and can't do.
Right.
And supposedly at some point you weren't really allowed to be around Stacy's kids, right?
I could be around children as long as I was supervised.
Okay. And they said that you were around them by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Were you?
For about 10 minutes.
You ever sexually molest the kids?
No.
Yeah. But you never raped the girl you were convicted of?
No.
Okay. And Ellie's your wife?
Yes.
Where'd you meet her at?
Me and her actually met 30 years ago. We were high school sweethearts.
And then after you get out of prison, you reconnect?
Yes.
And did you tell her, hey, I went to prison for raping a girl?
I didn't at first. It took me a little time to actually tell her, which she had already knew through some family members.
Word spreads.
Yes.
So when she finds out, then and you talk about it, she believed you because you told her I didn't do this, honey, and she
Right,
believed
and
you.
she believed me.
And then you got. You know, the one thing I found interesting on the tape, you said he never makes me or pressures me to have sex.
No, when we were dating, he never pressured me into having sex. He never pressured me into anything. He just told me, he said, when you're ready, he said, you know, let me know and we'll have sex.
What does that have to do with anything with the story?
And then when he went to telling me, you know, I didn't believe that, you know, he did anything like that because he never pressured
Raping
me.
an 11-year-old child.
Yes.
You know that's a little different than your situation, right?
When we were dating, I mean, I never believed that he would do nothing like that.
Why
because,
is that?
Because he didn't me. I mean, he
Well,
never
but you're
tried.
a grown woman.
Yeah, well, at the time we wasn't. At the time we wasn't grown. We were children ourselves.
He never raped you as a child.
No, we did. He did not.
But I'm saying, as an adult, when he gets out of prison, you start dating.
Yes.
Okay. And what if he fails?
If he fails, I'm still not leaving him.
Because, well, one, let me say it like this. If he fails, he did his time.
Yes, if he failed, to me, he did his time.
It's not like we're discovering he touched.
Yes.
You knew going in, getting married,
Yes.
I'm marrying a registered sex offender.
Yes.
I love the registered sex offender.
Yes.
My wife called the show because her stepfather was charged with rape. He spent 8 years in prison. I've only known him for a few months. I haven't seen any questionable behavior that made me think that he would do such a thing. And my kids, they love him to death. They call him Papa. Every time he has to leave, they cry, they throw a fit, and it breaks my heart seeing that. And much as it hurts me, I can't let them be around him until I know the truth. Me or my wife asked my oldest one if he's ever touched him. She says no, but we've had him tested just to make sure that he didn't. And if he fails for touching either one of my kids, then I don't ever want to see him again. I don't want any of my family to see him. Sometimes the grandmother wants to come get the kids, and we have to make sure that he is supervised around them at all times. And it's affecting my wife and her mother's relationship severely. They get into it, and it hurts both of them. Until I know he passes his test, he cannot be around my kids.
Did you know he was a convicted rapist?
At first, no. But then
When
I
did
kept
you-
hearing,
when did
but
you
then
find
I
out?
kept hearing stories and kept hearing stories, and then eventually I found out.
Yeah. Did that make you uncomfortable, him being around your kids?
Yes, very.
Yeah, I got to imagine, yeah, I'd be like, damn.
Yeah, it hurt when they got took from us.
Yeah. It had to be terrible getting your kids taken away for 90 days, right?
Yes.
Young mother, boom, kids taken away. That's got to be horrible. Let's find out. So we broke up your test into two parts, whether the incident that happened that you were convicted of, and then with your children. The first part is the girl that you were convicted of. We asked you, did you engage in any physical sexual contact with a minor child at any time for which you were convicted in 2009? You answered no. Did you enter the bedroom of a minor child and engage in physical sexual act with her? You answered no. Are you the person who committed the sexual acts on the minor child in which you were charged and convicted on in 2009? You answered no. The results came back the same to each one of those three questions, and it came back that Scotty did not tell the truth.
What? No! Trying to take my family away from me?
I don't care about you.
Well, hey.
Hold on. Two-part test. Hold on, two-part test. Then we ask about your children. Did you ever engage in any inappropriate physical sexual acts with Stacy and Drew's youngest daughter for your own sexual gratification and pleasure? You answered no. Did you ever engage in any inappropriate physical sexual acts with Stacy and Drew's oldest daughter for your own sexual gratification and pleasure? You answered no. The results came back the same to each of those two questions, and it came back that Scotty told the truth.
Trying to tell y'all.
So am I still trying to pin you down?
At least one part of it's the truth. The other part's not even the truth.
Okay. Hey, Scotty, don't walk off. Come on. Here's the deal. I think you committed a terrible, heinous act 15 years ago, and you went to prison, and you got 8 years. Is that enough? That's not enough for me to decide, but that's what the judge or whoever decided that was good. You get out, now you got a wife, you got daughter-in-law, you a son-in-law, you got kids that look at you as grandfather, and you're not abusing them. Doing good. Maybe you're making the most out of your second chance. I think you did what you did back in 2009, and you went to prison and you got punished. Does it change anything for you?
No, not with that.
You love
part.
him.
I love him, and at the time, I believed him. I mean,
But now you believe her?
but yes.
Okay.
I'm just glad he passed for the kids.
Yeah. But, put it this way. That is a really good thing, because nobody wants their kids abused. But now me, as the former policeman who can never get that out of my blood, why take the chance that he's reformed? Hey, he gets a second chance. He's out. But around my kids, no way. Are you still unhappy with the results, Scotty?
Yeah.
You said we're doing the same thing as Dave. If I really wanted to sandbag you, wouldn't I say you're molesting his kids? I would do that, right? I'd say, man, this guy, let's get him. Let's get him. Let's put him back in prison. But we proved you're not touching anybody now, right?
No, and I didn't touch nobody back then either.
Well, if you want anybody to believe that story, you need to tweak it a little bit, okay? You need to stop telling that thing where you didn't see the judge and all that, because that, okay? Nobody is going to believe that. That's a lie. Okay. You ready to take your man and go live the rest of your life with him?
Yeah.
See ya. My guest is Michael. Michael, tell me why you're here.
I'm here because my ex has turned my world upside down. I've been with her for 6 years. She has cheated on me, constant. We have 2 children together. One is 2, one is 1 year old. And I went and got a DNA test on both of them because of the cheating. And the oldest one, it come back that she was mine. And the youngest one come back inconclusive. So I'm seeking answers.
Inconclusive.
Yeah.
Inconclusive. So you're not sure if your second child is yours or another man's?
Yes.
And why do you think that your ex was cheating on you?
Because I've caught her. The last time I caught her.
You mean you walked in a room and she was having sex with somebody?
Well, the guy was buttoning up his pants and he had a shirt off.
Maybe he was working out?
No, she was hiding.
Okay, she was hiding, he was dressing.
Yes.
I guess you took a DNA test for the second child to find out if she's really your daughter. And the second thing is, You want to, I'm assuming, are you here because you want to find out she's cheating on you, or?
No, I want to find out also whether or not her boyfriend is molesting my little girl, or my oldest girl.
She's not with you now, and you believe that her new boyfriend is molesting your oldest daughter.
Yes.
Why do you believe that?
Because my daughter had told my mother that Eric had touched her down.
And Eric is the new boyfriend?
Yes.
And that he touched her?
Yes.
Inappropriately?
Yes.
And your mother came to you and said this to you?
She called me and she told me about it.
And what did you do about it?
We took her to the hospital to be examined, and they said they did not have the license to examine her. And
Wait a second. Took her to a hospital?
yes, we took her to.
And the hospital said we don't have a license to examine her?
Yes.
What kind of hospital did you take her to?
The local hospital.
You took her to the local hospital?
Yes.
And the local hospital said we can't examine this little girl?
They cannot examine her for those reasons. And I called you guys so that way I could see if I could get help to find out if he is messing with my daughter, in fact.
So then you turned to the show?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever confronted your ex about this? Did you ever call her up and say, hey, you know, our daughter just told my mom that your new boyfriend is touching her?
Yes, and she denies it. She says that he would never touch her in any way.
And did you ever confront him?
I've never confronted him.
You've never confronted him?
No.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 2 years old.
She's 2 years old. Well, the new boyfriend is here. His name is Eric. Let's bring him out.
You are, boy. Huh? Choose me that.
Relax. Hey, relax. All right, you know what's going on. You're here on the show. He's saying this. Here's your chance to explain yourself.
Ain't no molester, you little
Watch your mouth.
boy.
What would you do if your daughter tells your mother that someone that you touched?
I'd show up at your house, boy, and I'd be all up in your.
So you're dating his ex, right?
We're just friends.
Oh, you're just friends?
Right.
You don't sleep with her?
Yeah.
And so you're over there, what, helping watch the kids?
Well, I just hang out. We just
You're
hang
just
out.
hanging out.
And then,
So
yeah,
you're saying
they're-
that you have not done this, you have not caused any harm to this little girl?
hell no, I haven't.
He's saying he's not even sleeping with your ex. He's not even dating her.
That's bull. He's told me himself that he is dating her. He calls me all the time telling me he's doing this. Guess what? My mustache is on and everything else. Don't even deny.
I ain't
Don't
denying
even
that,
deny
boy.
it.
I ain't even denying that.
And then I
ain't
hear from
denying
my
that I ain't
mother
sleeping with
that
Have
my
you,
daughter.
let me ask you this. Have you ever slept with her?
Who, Jody? Yeah.
So, okay, you're not dating with her, but you're sleeping with her.
We're just friends, and we just
With
do
benefits.
things. Right.
When he was with his ex, did you ever have sex with her then?
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
Well, the way I took it, I didn't know if they were together or not because she had bruises on her and stuff.
So she had bruises on her, and you said, I better have sex with her.
Well, we did. It wound up being that way.
Do you have any emotional feelings for her?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
What kind of emotions do you have
I
for
like her a lot.
You like her a lot? Mm-hmm. Do you care for her?
Yeah.
Do you care
I
about
care
the
about them
kids?
little babies, too. I would never do anything to them.
Just as a man, if this was my daughter and my daughter said this about you, I'd be furious and I'd want to know the truth. What do you want to say to Michael?
That I ain't touching your kids, boy.
Well, I hope you're not.
I ain't.
All right, I'm just wanting to know because that's what my daughter said that you touched her down in that area. That's the only reason why I want to know. I want to know if my little girl's been touched. I would never touch my little girl, and I'd hope and pray to God no one else would ever touch my little girl. Never. Never. That is a 2-year-old girl. A 2-year-old girl that don't need to be touched.
And you're saying totally untrue. There's no way in hell that you touched his daughter.
Ridiculous. That's
Okay.
the most stupidest thing
Let's
I've ever
bring
heard you
out
say.
Jody.
boy.
How you doing, Jody?
Hi, how are you?
How's it going?
Fine.
Fine. Glad to be here?
Yeah.
Okay. You were involved with Michael,
Yes.
and you have how many children with him?
2.
2. and you know he's here because, one, he says you cheated on him the whole time.
Yes.
And that he now believes that maybe your second child is not his.
Yeah.
And he's here, he took a DNA test.
Yes.
How do you feel him saying he's not sure that your second child is not his?
It's pretty normal from him because he said that his first child wasn't his either, and he got a DNA test and it came out 100% his child. And the second child looks just like the first one, and if he denied her when I was pregnant, then he should have never went to the hospital and been there when she was born. If he thought that that wasn't his kid.
Here's a better question. Why do you keep having kids with a guy who keeps denying that he's having kids with you?
Because I guess when you love somebody, it doesn't matter if you
Do you
deny
love him?
it. Yes, I still love him.
You still love him?
Yes, I will always love him.
Would you like to be with him?
Yeah, I would, but his problem's got to change.
And what is his problem?
He's an alcoholic. He drinks day to night. That's why our problems was our relationship. He thinks he has to have beer more than anything.
Why do I drink? Because you cheat all the time.
If you accuse me of cheating, I'm gonna cheat.
You cheat all the time.
If you accuse me of cheating, I'm gonna do
I wouldn't have to be
it.
sitting here asking for questions.
Now
if my
wait,
little
hold on,
girl's lying.
one second. Seriously though, I know you're young,
Yeah.
but he says you cheat, so you say, okay, well you accuse me of cheating, now I'm gonna actually go do it?
Yeah.
Does that sound like love?
No, but if you can accuse somebody when they're not doing it.
The allegation that Michael says that your daughter went to his mom and said that your boyfriend maybe have touched her, your feelings towards that is?
It's because I don't think she said that. She never said that to me. She comes back from his house for 4 days, and she started bears. And I was in the kitchen wiping off the counter and stuff. I went to the bathroom because I heard something fall. She had the blow dryer cord. And I asked her who showed her how to do that, and she said, "Mommy, my daddy did."
No, I never do. No, I
Okay,
wouldn't.
now you say you still love him,
Yes.
you'd still want to be with him,
Yes.
right?
Yes, if he changed.
If he changed, if he was able to get help for his problems, do you believe he's capable of doing something like that with your daughter?
No,
Okay.
I don't think he would.
So then I have to ask you, do you think somebody did something to your daughter?
I don't have a clue. And I know Eric wouldn't do it either. Eric's not around my kids unless I'm there with them, 24/7. I'm not a bad mother like you think I am. No one's gonna mess with my kid as long as I'm
You know I'd never let anything happen to them girls.
And you think I would? You think I'm gonna let somebody touch my 2-year-old daughter, my 1-year-old
Well, no,
daughter?
she told my mom that he touched her.
We tested you on your oldest daughter. Michael, you are the father of Jody's oldest daughter.
Yes.
The laboratory has attempted to obtain DNA on 2 occasions using cheek swabs of Jody's youngest child. In unique situations during the standard swab collection process, an infant may not shed the quantity of cheek cells necessary for testing. So the results of your DNA tests are inconclusive, and we're willing to work further with you and give the test again to find out if your second daughter is yours. Did you fabricate a story that Eric sexually abused your daughter? And you answered no. Have you ever sexually molested your daughter? And you answered no. And the results for your lie detector test is that, Michael, you told the truth.
Told you. I never touched my kids. Never.
Eric, you were asked, have you ever sexually molested Jody's eldest daughter? And you answered no. And the results for your lie detector test is that you did not tell the truth. That's not.
You touched my daughter?
That's not BS.
You touched my.
No, I did not.
You failed your lie detector test.
Touch my daughter. That's a lie, man.
That's
There ain't
a
no
lie?
way. I am not like that. I've never touched that
I'm gonna
baby.
hurt you. You think I'm a now? You touched my daughter. You touched my
Ain't no way.
daughter.
I am not like that.
You see what you had
That's
around
a
my
lie.
kid?
That's a lie. That's a lie. There ain't no way. You have to redo the test because there's.
That test ain't gonna lie.
It
That
is
test
lying.
ain't gonna lie.
It is lying.
I want to ask you, this is serious now.
Yeah, it's serious.
This is a guy that you're having sexual relations with, and he failed a polygraph examination of molesting your daughter.
Jody, that's a lie. There ain't no way. You know I've been with you the whole time I've ever held them babies. You know it's a lie. touch our
I
kid.
don't think he would touch my kid.
There's you around.
I'm
us
there
all.
24/7 when he's
It's a
with
lie
my
detector
kid.
There's no way. That's.
Hold on,
doesn't lie.
hold on, hold
Yes,
on.
it does.
You know how many times you took the test?
3 times.
He
They asked me
failed
the
all
same
3
question
times.
3 times. There's no way. You know it.
He didn't fail
I've been
it once.
there with you the whole time,
He
and
didn't
the
fail
baby's
it
been around.
twice. He failed it 3 times.
I didn't fail it at all. That's ridiculous.
You might be the calmest mother I've ever seen on my stage.
I don't
She
make
knows it ain't true. That's because she knows it ain't true.
I guess you took a lie detector test before the show, too,
Yes, I did.
which I was not aware of until just now. You were asked, do you know for sure if anyone sexually abused either of your daughters? And you answered no. And the results for your lie detector test is that you did not tell the truth.
See?
You know, just the way you answered me right now, I can tell you're lying.
I
Just
did
right
tell
now.
the truth. I would never let anybody touch
You
my
did
kid.
not pass this lie detector test.
I would never.
The fact, you know what? There's times I have feelings and I step away from the fray because I don't want to get burned. But now I know I'm right. Because your reaction to him failing that test was not normal.
I don't think he would touch my kid.
You had 2 children with him, right?
Yes.
Okay. You start sleeping with this guy here.
Yes.
You're on my TV show.
Yes.
He took a lie detector test if he sexually molested your daughter.
Yes.
He failed it 3 times.
Yeah, and that's why you can stay the hell away from me.
Okay.
You're not gonna touch my kids.
Well, but now you're saying that now. But then you also took a lie detector test. We're asking you, did you know of anyone who was doing this to your daughter? And you failed.
I don't know anybody that would
You
touch my
don't
kid.
know. You didn't know anything was going on. You didn't know anything, but you can't pass the lie detector test.
I don't know. I would hope nobody would touch my kids.
You would hope.
Well, yeah, she's 2 years old.
You know something was going on, and you lied about it. And you're
I
not
did
doing
not.
everything you can to protect your child. And even the reaction that you had when you found out that this pervert over here failed 3 times, your reaction is not normal. You know what I want you to do? I want you to get the hell off my stage, and I'm going to give him some advice. So I have to ask, what are you still doing on my stage? What are you still doing on my stage?
Lie. That thing's lying.
Get the hell off. So, you came on the show and you wanted answers.
That's right.
And we're going to try to get you the answer for your second daughter. But the biggest concern you have now is that your daughter went to your mother and made an allegation that now the woman that you were involved with and the man that she's involved with failed this lie detector test. So whatever hospital that you need to go to, and if I personally have to take you myself and make sure that your daughter gets checked out and a proper investigation is open into this and find out the truth, who harmed your daughter, that's what you as the father need to do.
That's right.
Good luck to you. And I hope you find out what happened and we take care of it. Let's go.
On my 35th birthday, I had a girls' trip. And my money got stolen, $1,200. And I'm here to figure out who stole the money. Me and Kiana been best friends for over 21 years. Tiffany and I have been knowing each other for going on 4 years. Coco and I have been knowing each other 8 years. Dee Dee and I have been knowing each other for 7 years. Terrell, I just met her last year. So when we first arrived, it was only me, Kiana, Terrell, and Tiffany. Coco and Dee Dee was coming in the next day.
I got there on day 2 of the trip. I was greeted by Tyronda and Tiffany outside with shots. So Tyronda escorted us upstairs. Then Tiffany, she come behind us a few minutes later.
I took Dee Dee and Coco to their room. I left my wallet downstairs thinking I could trust my friends.
Now let's go to the beach.
So when we got ready, we hopped in Uber and we went to the beach
We get to the beach. Oh, the beach is nice. It's pretty. So we go to the beach bar, order us some food. We sitting down eating food, video recording ourselves, having a good old time, you know, having drinks because, you know, I'm about to get my drink on.
We vibing, the atmosphere great, but when it was time for me to pay, I checked my purse and it was only $29 in there. And I had $1,200. So I'm like, where the hell my money at? Like,
What you mean your money gone?
I know for a fact I had $1,200.
Oh, here go Tiffany. Oh, here you go with that drunk. You always drunk. Like, why is you doing all that?
I don't even drink. I had a shot, not even a whole shot.
She said her money is gone and you already ready to just act all out like it's your money. It's not even your money.
So me and Kiana went back to the house and I checked everywhere. The money wasn't there.
So me, Didi, and Terrell and Tiffany is at the beach. So we sitting at the beach, chilling, talking to see what's going on. Tiffany get on the phone, calling her mama and her sister, like it's whatever, she gonna fight, whatever, she ready to pop it off. So I call Tyranda like, hey, what's up? Like, cause Tiffany seems like she wanna fight you.
Somebody stole my money and you wanna fight me about my money.
I said, go ahead and check our stuff now while we not there. Go ahead and do a search now. No, I don't want to go through y'all stuff. I said I would have went through everybody's stuff. Like, no, baby.
When I realized the money was gone and it wasn't in the house, I felt like crap. I couldn't trust nobody I brought to spend time with me on my birthday.
So the next day, Tiffany and Terrell is downstairs. Terrell already got her bags packed. Tiffany felt like we was talking about her, so she was like, oh, I'm finna go. Y'all up there trying to make it seem like I stole her money. I'm leaving too. I'm out. Tiffany didn't even tell Tyranda that she was leaving. Her ass was out the door.
So everybody still been talking to me. Only person I haven't talked to is Tiffany. And we was talking every day, all day, 24/7. And it ain't been the same.
Tiffany said that I was in Tyranda's ear telling her that it was Tiffany. Like, bitch, are you delusional? Everybody else was saying it was your ass, and I the only one had your back.
Everybody gonna take a test. Tiffany, Kiana, Coco, and Didi. So I can figure out who stole my money.
I feel like because you was moving weird, Tiffany, that you probably got the money.
This is supposed to be my 35th birthday trip. I supposed to have been in Jordan with my friends. We were planning this trip over a year. It just went crazy because someone stole $1,200 from me. No matter how long I've been knowing anyone, I just can't trust nobody at this point.
So, Tiffany, I guess everybody's wondering when you're going to give the money back.
I don't have the money to give. I didn't steal the money, Steve. Yeah. I don't know where the money at, and at this point, I don't even where the money at.
Why does everybody think you took the money?
Because I did leave the trip early. I left the trip the third day, the morning of. I don't do the weird. I don't stick around with nobody that steal. None of that. I don't even associate myself with that. So once somebody stole her money, it's time to go. Like, I'm in Puerto Rico.
So you flew all the way to Puerto Rico, and you only stayed for 3 days?
I stayed for 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm not finna sit around and be around with people that's stealing from friends. Like, who does that? So once we go home, Kiana and Ty still, you know, looking for the money. And at this point, I'm just like, hey, you want to go through my luggage? I'm the only one at this point that opened my luggage and pulled all my stuff out. Like, do you want to go through my luggage, sis, at this point? So she goes back upstairs and she's crying and all this other stuff. I understand you crying and stuff because you lost your $1,200. So at this point, I'm like, well, maybe she want her chicken wing because she do like to eat. I said, let me go take her wings up here. Maybe she'll, serve her up some of that liquor and she'll come to her senses and stuff and we could talk about it. No, she kept brushing me off, Steve. So I said, let me just take the wings, put them in the refrigerator. At this point, we playing games. Then all I hear is rumbling. She coming down with her luggage, bumping on the steps, putting the pants on. Talking about, I know who took my money. If y'all don't tell me who took my money. So at that point, I'm getting fed up at this point. If you know who took your money, sis, let us know who took your money so we can whoop their ass. What's up, hoe? What's up? I ain't even steal your I ain't none of that. I never told you. Yes, you did. All y'all play that. You got to all y'all play that. You the only thing you left me home. I did. Whatever.
Okay. You haven't seen her since the trip in Puerto Rico, right? How was the trip?
Depressing, like really. I end up trying to have some fun, but it was depressing.
Yeah, because you got a lot of money.
Yes.
So you had $1,200 in your purse?
Yes, I did.
How did you discover that it was gone?
Well, we got to the beach, and I was about to pay for my food, and I was like, my money gone. Tiffany, bitch, you must be drunk. Ain't no money gone. Ain't nobody stole. You must have lost it and all this and that. I never said.
I didn't even say that.
Okay, let her talk. Let her
The
talk.
hell?
Go ahead.
Do you have your
No, go
time?
ahead. Talk to me. Talk to me.
You brought me here, not me.
Okay.
You
I
had
never
all
said
the time
she
to
got it. I
sway.
never said. I just said my money gone. Me and Kiana left and went back to the house and checked. But I know for a fact I had my money. That night before we left the old house, I counted my money. That morning, I counted my money. When
So
we
you
got
knew
to the new
the
house,
money was gone, and even though you went back and looked, you kind of knew, like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to find this money.
You brought my name.
You the one who told
You
her to
brought
the
my
money.
name.
Let her talk.
It's
What's up? What's
Your
up?
name is
What's
relevant.
up?
Your
What's
name
up?
is relevant.
What's
I don't
up?
even speak on your name. No,
What's up?
y'all don't even stand these hoes
If
right
my
here
name
and
is
crazy.
irrelevant, why did when that lady you? Why you put my name in it? Why you put my name in it?
Delusional.
How was your trip in Puerto Rico?
My trip was good.
You liked it?
I had a good time.
Yeah, and what made it... How did you have a good time?
Because I had money.
Yeah.
Taronda, we've been knowing each other for over 20 years. And you know I would never, ever take anything from you. I just came to let you know that and to get to the bottom of this.
Now, both of these women come on the stage and they say they don't believe that Tiffany stole the money. But you kind of feel Tiffany did steal the money, right?
It's not really that. Like, I want to believe she didn't take it either.
Well, of course, nobody wants to believe that she took it
Right.
because friends stealing from friends is a terrible thing.
Right.
But you describe a situation where it's a little suspicious.
It is.
So she's creeping down the stairs, but you're thinking she already had the money and she wanted to put it back.
After the next day when the other girls told me she had her charger already, I was like, why she lie and say that she was looking for a charger?
Right.
So it just got me thinking, like, why was she sneaking
And
downstairs?
first of all, if you're getting a charger, you're not going to have a reaction like you got busted
Right.
looking for your charger.
And then she went right back up the stairs.
You were saying that she was having financial problems before she came on this trip.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about all that stuff until after everything happened.
And she was telling you she was having these financial
The
problems?
first day, yeah.
What
when we was at the first Airbnb.
Oh, again, exactly what did she say to you?
So she was like, yeah, I'm facing an eviction and I didn't pay my car note just to come on this trip. And I was like, what?
Who would do that?
Right, like that's crazy.
Did you take the missing cash?
No.
How you doing, Terrell?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm having a great time. So, did you take the money?
No, Steve, I did not take the money.
Do you know Tiffany first pointed the finger at you, saying you took it?
Yes, I was told that after that they got back off the trip, and when we was at a cheer practice, they had told me that Tiffany said that.
Yeah. Did you leave the trip early also?
Yes,
Why did you leave early?
because I felt a different vibe from when we first got there. I understand that Ty lost her money, she was upset, but I was new to the group, and so I felt a different vibe, and so my mind told me it was time to go home, and that's what I did. I called my husband, and I went home.
Where's Tiffany? Yeah, I got some words for Tiffany, because I'm the one that said she took the money. So I need to address her.
She said that you took the money?
No, I said she took it.
Did she take it?
I didn't see her, but the way she was acting, she took it.
Tell me about it.
So when we arrived to the beach, we all ordered our drinks, and when it was time to pay for the drinks, Taronda went in her wallet, and she was like, "What is my money? Well, I only got $29." And then Tiffany goes, "Oh, you're a drunk bitch. You lost that money. You spent that money. If this your friend, why are you acting weird when she said she lost her money?"
She doesn't even drink.
She don't. Me or her don't drink.
Right. Yeah.
Bitch, you a lie. Come on the stage, bitch.
But she says you came down, you had a really guilty reaction when she saw you, and then you were like, oh, and that you said you were looking for your charger.
Everything they done said is a lie. I don't even understand. Then they talking about my repo and my eviction. That ain't got nothing to do with this trip. And I didn't even
Were you
tell y'all
suffering
that.
financial
Y'all are
troubles?
following me on Facebook and Instagram. I did not get my car
I
didn't
don't
go in
follow
repo. That was until July.
Right.
But guess
I mean,
what? I still have my car. Yes, I did have
when
eviction.
you were going on the trip, were you having financial
No,
problems?
I was not. I
Okay.
hustle and grind for every dime I make, and Tyrone to know that. Like, come on.
All right, Dee Dee. Yeah, a little confusing for me. Huh? Okay, Dee Dee, you're up first. Do you have knowledge about where Tyronda's missing $1,200 went? You answered no. Did you witness anyone steal $1,200 from Tyronda? You answered no. Do you know for sure who took the missing $1,200 from Tyronda? You answered no. Back in May of 2023, while in Puerto Rico, did you steal Tyronda's missing $1,200? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Dee Dee told the truth. Tiana?
Yes.
Okay. You're up next. You look too sweet to steal.
I am.
Dang, what about me?
We asked you, do you have knowledge about where Tyronda's missing $1,200 went? You answered no. Did you witness anyone steal $1,200 from Tyronda? You answered no. Do you know for sure who took the missing $1,200 from Tyronda? You answered no. Back in May of 2023, while in Puerto Rico, did you steal Tyronda's missing $1,200? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Kiana told the truth. We asked you, do you have knowledge about where Tyronda's missing $1,200 went? You answered no. Did you witness anyone steal $1,200 from Tyronda? You answered no. Do you know for sure who took the missing $1,200 from Tyronda? You answered no. Back in May of 2023, while in Puerto Rico, did you steal Tyronda's missing $1,200? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Coco told the truth. So Tiffany came here, and we asked her, do you have knowledge about where Tyronda's missing $1,200 went? She answered no. Did you witness anyone steal $1,200 from Tyronda? She answered no. Do you know for sure who took the missing $1,200 from Tyronda? She answered no. Back in May of 2023, while in Puerto Rico, did you steal Tyronda's missing $1,200? She answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Tiffany did not tell the truth.
I did not steal this girl money.
Okay, but you understand, I wouldn't do that to you, right? I never met you. Why would I pick you out of all these girls? I'd pick you.
If I stole her money, where's the money? We could go run. We could go run my bank statement.
I would guess that you spent the money.
I did not steal no girl.
Okay.
I did not steal Tyrone the money.
Okay, it's cash.
I did not steal your money.
It's $1,200. It's not the end of the world. I know it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. You're all moms, right?
Yes.
Don't do anything stupid so you get put in the trick bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't do that. You know, you just go on with your life. And you know what you do? You make sure never you put yourself in a position where somebody can do that to you again.
Yeah.
All right?
I just want to say this, Steve. I told them from the get-go, my first day meeting her, I said I ain't like her. And when stuff was coming up missing from the cheer team, I told them she was a thief.
Well, she exposed herself today. Good luck.
I wouldn't do that. It's not okay. I just want to see my kid. I don't know why she's doing this to me. Nor my daughter. It's gonna hurt my daughter more in the long run. I'm more hurt than angry because it's gonna... I don't even know. Just feel empty and lost. Well, the day I became a father, just felt like I had a best friend, and I was meant to be here, and she was meant to be in my life. I just want her to stop using my daughter as like child support money. I don't care. I'll pay child support. I want to see my daughter. I don't care about money. My daughter's worth more than money. I was at work. My sister is my babysitter like all the time, and one of the childs in the home was playing with my daughter, and they kind of got in a tussle. My daughter had a glow stick around her neck, and the other child went to grab it and left a mark around my daughter's neck. And then my sister ended up calling me and saying, hey, I have an incident going on. So she relayed the message to Shyla. Shyla was 100% fine with it. And my sister took pictures, sent it to Shyla. And then now we're at this point. Shyla's thinking I'm abusing my daughter, strangling her, and when I don't. So after the incident, Shyla didn't make a police report, nothing, nor call the cops. She allowed me to have visitations with my daughter, but now she's accusing me that I'm like sexual assaulting my daughter. One day when I went out there with my sister, there's a random guy there, and every time my sister goes up there to pick up my daughter's naked, and the second time when my sister went up there, there's a different guy. I believe what's going on, the sexually part, is on Shyla's half, because she's got guys in and out, and she's always letting the kids run around naked, and you shouldn't do that, even if it's a boy nor a girl. I think she's blaming me because she knows it was happening on her end, so she's just trying to cover it up and put all the blame on me. I'm not the one abusing nor touching my daughter. I would never. It's not okay. That's not a human. You should be good and have morals. I hope we can figure this stuff out and settle it and actually be co-parents. I don't want to take my daughter from you, and I don't want you to take her from me. I just want to work as a team, like I've been trying to tell her that. But it's always, you're not doing your end, or I'm doing something wrong. We can never disagree. I just want to agree to something.
Charlotte, that's your ex on the tape. Tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened. All I know is every time my daughter leaves, she comes back and she's horrified. I can't go to the bathroom by myself. I can't go outside by myself. I can't get up off the couch. I can't get in the car. I can't put her in the car seat. It's not like a fit that she throws. It's like she is having a panic attack anytime she thinks that she's going with her dad. The last time I got her back, I went out with my friend and her daughter to the woods. It's like at the hippie tree, and it's a really pretty place. And we were taking pictures, and my friend said, "Smile, you're on camera." And she looked at her and was confused, kind of, and she pulled her pants down and her private parts and smiled. Why would she pose like that? Like, I was scarred as a child. There's been a lot of sexual abuse in my life and in my family. And like, nobody wants to think that their significant other, their ex-significant other would do anything like that to their child. But I know firsthand that it's usually the people that you love and you trust the most that you over the worst and do the most horrible things. The last time she's seen him was in like June, July. Okay, and then...
That's the last time she saw her father?
Yes. He has not asked to see her, didn't send her a birthday present, Christmas card, call me, nothing.
But before, when he was seeing her, were these arranged visits? Through the courts?
Oh, yeah. So,
he has legal rights, right?
Yes, he has legal rights.
So why all of a sudden did you stop him from seeing his daughter? Because he seems like, you know, tell me if I'm wrong, on the tape, he seems like he's a very caring dad. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. So he doesn't
That
really
was
care.
the fakest thing I've ever seen in my life.
How long were the two of you together?
Not very long.
How long?
Not very long. And this is my bad. I don't know, maybe like 5 to 8 months.
Okay.
We dated a little bit when we were
So the pregnancy
kids.
was an unexpected thing.
Oh, it was not something that I wanted at all.
Right.
That was something that he pushed on me because he knew I wanted to leave.
Oh, he tried to get you pregnant?
Oh, most definitely. Like, he would pretend to put condoms on. First of all, he'd make me have sex with him, or he's gonna kick me out with my baby, knowing I had nobody, and my baby's like 3 months old.
So you felt pressure to have sex?
Absolutely. And then,
Okay.
like, it makes me want to cry about it, because, like, he knew I didn't want to have another baby, and he knew that I was just in a long relationship with somebody, and I gave birth alone, and I didn't want to do that again. And he would degrade me and my body, tell me I look like a pit bull after I had 12 puppies. And like leaving him was so hard because I don't have anybody.
With your daughter now, when you believe that she was, with the rope burn neck around her, and then you believe that he's sexually molesting your daughter, right?
Something is happening when she leaves.
Well, you say that, taking the picture out, like you're implying that maybe he's taking pictures of her in a state of undress, right?
Somebody is, for a fact, when she leaves my house, sexually abusing my child.
Okay.
They are abusing her and
Have
they're
you taken her
neglecting
to the hospital?
Yes.
And what did they say?
They wanted to do, I don't know what it's called,
A
but I
rape
felt
kit,
like it
like
was
a
very,
exam.
yes, I felt like it was
It's very
very
intrusive.
invasive,
Yeah.
very invasive, and I wanted her to feel like she could trust her mom. And like
So you didn't want to subject her to
No.
that? So you didn't have her do the test?
No, but they did tell me that, and then they took a CPS case out on me because I have sole custody. There wasn't even an investigation on his end. It's like
the
my
police get involved?
responsibility. Yeah, the police were involved, and then there was
But
another.
they didn't question him? You don't know?
I don't know, and like during
Well, they
that.
certainly didn't arrest him, right?
No.
You're a liar. I just want to tell you that. I did not do nothing with my daughter. I would never, even if it was a boy.
Why doesn't she like
It's
you,
not
Derek?
human. She loves
Why doesn't
me.
she like you?
She loves me.
How come the other day when we tried to do a video call, she ran? How
That's
come she
because-
told me that she's naked at Daddy's house? How come she told me that she's scared of you?
She's not. You
She's
be coaching
terrified
her
of you.
saying Daddy's
I'm not
a
coaching,
monster.
doing nothing.
Want to bet?
How come she tells me that you beat her ass?
When you were together with her, were you happy with her?
Yeah, I was super happy. I
And when
was
she
working.
tells you she's pregnant, what was your reaction?
I was like, no way. And then one day, I was like, I'm going to go into the service, be a wheel-based mechanic. And then she's like, well, if you do that, I'm going to abort the baby.
Oh
And
my
that
God,
was
are you serious? You're gonna lie
right
like that,
after
bitch?
You said
You're gonna lie like that?
Why did you guys break up?
I caught her cheating on me.
What?
Now you're here because you're accused of physically and sexually abusing your daughter. Are you doing either?
No.
Okay. Now, the burn around the child's neck, you explained that your sister was
Yep.
watching her.
Yep, so I was at work, and I used to work for Ford. And I got a phone call from my sister saying, hey, my daughter and your daughter were playing, and you know those glow sticks with the black
Yep.
lace?
Yep.
Well, my niece decided to grab it. They're 2 and 3 at the time. So she grabbed it, and it burnt her
It was
neck
around
with
her neck.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a rope burn.
Okay.
And then
Okay, that kids get injuries. Sometimes you think, oh my God, what happened to them? But kids that young always bumps, bruises, cuts. Like it does happen. The big thing is sexual abuse. Are you sexually abusing your
I would
daughter?
never.
Yeah.
That's messed
But
up, disgusting.
she believes that you are.
No.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Why do you think that she's saying this about you? She says that she took her daughter to a tree and her friend said, hey, let's take a picture, and your daughter starts taking her clothes off.
I don't know why she would be accusing me.
Did you
of
ever
it.
take naked pictures of your daughter?
No, I would never. That's
Kids
sick.
are
innocent.
Who's
That's
around
disgusting.
you when you're there?
It's not like they get to
Does
be
anybody
brought in
else
this
watch
messed
your
up
kids?
world.
Does anybody else watch your daughter when you have her?
No, it's just me and then
Lie.
Your
when
sister
I'm
watched her?
Yeah, my sister will watch her.
When's the last time you saw your daughter?
Going on 6 months now.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because she's always has an excuse in the book.
So she doesn't let you see her.
That is not true.
Okay.
It is.
I don't like Shyla. She's slandered my brother's name. She's accusing him of touching his daughter sexually and abusing her physically, but she hasn't called the cops not once. I think she's fabricating this story because she just wants more child support money. She's concerned about herself. It's not about my niece, it's about what she wants in life. I know for a fact that my brother did not strangle his daughter. I was watching my niece that day. My child and my niece were playing, and my child wanted the glow stick back. My niece was wearing it. They had pulled it, and it burnt her neck as it was being drawn up. Shyla said, oh, kids are kids, wiped it away, and now she's trying to use it as it's my brother. When I found out and heard that she was accusing my brother of sexually touching his daughter, my stomach turned. I don't have a gut feeling. I was molested as a child, so I I would have a gut feeling if something of that would happen. My brother has a very hard time even talking about it. It sickens him to the point where he can't eat. He has a hard time falling asleep. It's just real heartbreaking for him to even have this label on him. What really hurts me about this whole situation is knowing that my niece loves and adores her dad. Anytime she sees her dad, she's a daddy's girl. I can't wait for these lie detectors to come out and for Shyla to be called out. So if she does fail, I hope that my brother can take everything that he can possible to his lawyer and get her charged with slandering his name, honestly, because females nowadays call it the wine card, as I say it. They always wanna, oh, he did this to me, and really they didn't, and they mess up somebody's life that didn't even need it. You know, there's actual monsters out there that deserve to be put away. My brother's not one of those monsters, no. No, he's not. Not at all.
But it was only one.
Ma'am, did you text a young underage child?
No, she was texting me first, didn't know the age. Sent me a picture.
Was it her family member?
Yes, I didn't even know about it at the time. And I found out her age, blocked her, told my sister about it, never talked to her again.
Derek, you came here, you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, were you the one who caused the injury to your daughter's neck? You answered no. Did you ever strike or hit your 3-year-old daughter, leaving marks or bruises? You answered no. Did you ever touch your daughter for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. Did you take inappropriate photos of your daughter for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. The results came back all the same to each question, and it came back that Derek told the truth. Shyla came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked her, are you fabricating a story that Derek sexually abused your daughter? She answered no. Are you fabricating a story that Derek physically abused your daughter? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Shyla did not tell the truth. When I hear these stories here, I've made a lot of stupid mistakes in my life. There's things I regret, but then I think, man, I look at people like this on my stage and I go, I did all right. Because when I was a young man, I made sure I didn't get people pregnant. I didn't get into relationships that if they were bad, I stayed and had a kid and made my life even worse. I avoided those traps. Yeah, lucky me. But you know what? I made my luck. I made sure I didn't end up like this in these type of situations. But the one thing I never did do was accuse somebody of falsely committing a crime, of saying, hey, they did this when they didn't do it. You're trying to destroy this guy.
No, I'm not.
He might not be perfect.
No, I'm not. You should see.
Anybody who knows anything about lying would listen to your story and say, she's lying. I knew you were lying. You have nothing. You're trying to take it out on him. You know what?
Thank you.
I feel bad because what you're doing is harming your kids. You're trying to sandbag him. That's despicable. You can put somebody in jail and go to prison for some of the that you're saying. And you're okay with it. You can get the hell off my stage. Yeah, she lied on you, and that's despicable. But, you know, you got a little bit of yourself to blame there. Listen, I wish you all luck. I hope you get to see your daughter. Good luck to you.
I just want my freedom back. This friend of mine, back in 2018, says I was sneaking in their daughter's bedroom, touching her, and they ended up arresting me for it. I did 2.5 years in prison with 10 years post. I had to register as a level 2, and I got to do it for pretty much life. You know, I'm in this relationship with my fiance Amber, and we're trying to, move on. You know, I found out too that she's pregnant. I mean, as soon as I found out we were pregnant, I told my parole officer, and he said that after the 9 months, you ain't gonna be able to see the kid. I mean, the thought of not being able to see my unborn child, it sucks. I mean, you know, and have her go through it by herself. I don't know. It's hard. Everywhere I go, I mean, I'll go down to, you know, Walmart. People are calling me a pedophile, a rapo, you know, for something I didn't even do. I mean, the only reason I took the plea deal is to be with my family, you know, because they were trying to nail me with 21 years if I lost trial. When people say things about me and Amber's relationship, you know, it's hard, you know, because, you know, maybe she could do better, you know. You know, I appreciate what she does. You know, she's there for me. She's been, you know, pushing through everything. I mean, it sucks. I mean, I got, you know, a beautiful fiance, you know, with a, you know, kid on the way, and then there's everybody's judging her for me. And it sucks. You know, I can't thank her enough for what she has done. You know, and hopefully, you know, everything goes back smooth and we can move on from this.
So Anthony, you're a registered level 2 sex offender.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
I can't be around kids. I can't go a lot of places that I'd like to go to.
Parks, children, amusement parks, stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about your own child you're having with Amber? Will you be able to be around it?
No, not until I clear my name.
They didn't say if you clear your name, you'll be around children. They didn't say that.
No, but if I go to court, whatever I got to do.
Did you touch your friend's children?
No.
How close were you with this friend?
Close.
Very close. So you have no reason why he would lie?
I have no reason.
No. So this happened in 2018, correct?
2018.
Yeah. And what did the child say that you did to her?
I was sneaking in her bedroom and touching her at night.
And you say you didn't do that?
No.
And were you accused of other children?
Yeah, their other one, their middle daughter.
And what did they say you did?
They said I was touching her and watching the youngest one make her watch.
Kind of specific, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's disgusting. I love kids. I love my, you know, I would not do that.
And so the police come, they lock you up, and you go to court, and they offer you a deal.
Yeah.
So they say, hey, you're going to go to jail for 21 years, or you could take, what, 4 years or something?
3 years, 10 years post.
And you said 3 years sounds good.
Well, I did that to be out with my family.
Your mother and father?
My father, because he would not make another 21 years.
Okay. So you came or took a lie detector test, but no matter what, you pled guilty.
Yep.
And the court system said, here's your time, and you did it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we might think you're a dirtbag, but you did the time.
Right.
But they said once you get out, you got to be a sex offender.
Right.
I think the real tough part, though, is when your child's born, she can't bring the child around you.
Oh, I know.
You can't you can't see the baby born.
No.
You won't be able to live in the same house with your child.
No.
Did Amber know all of this before she got pregnant?
Yes.
And she was okay with it?
We've been going through this since we've been together. She knew this before we even got together.
And she said, yeah, I'm down with this.
Because she knows I didn't do it.
She what?
She knows I didn't do it.
How does she know that?
Because we got faith in each other.
Because you told her I didn't do it.
That, and I gave her everything. Every paperwork, everything.
Hey, how did you meet Amber?
Actually, through a mutual friend.
And when did you tell her, oh, by the way?
She knew about it.
How? Through a friend?
Through a friend.
And she said, I want to date a sex offender.
She didn't, because she knows I didn't do it.
She must have wanted more details.
I told her all about it.
Okay.
I don't lie about it.
And she said, I believe you.
Yeah.
I've been dating Anthony for approximately 4 months. I met him through a mutual family friend. As soon as I met Anthony, he told me about his charges. He didn't hide any of it from me. Within probably the first 2 weeks of being together, he handed me his whole entire case, let me read everything. What was allegedly said that he did to a friend's child was he forcibly touched her. They said unlawful imprisonment, and they said that there was penetration, but child was never taken to a hospital. Whole case was based off hearsay. Reading what those papers said and knowing Anthony for what I know, I can't see it for a second. I don't believe it for a second. After the show called us back, actually, I found out that I'm currently 5 weeks pregnant and expecting a child with Anthony. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, we told his parole officer. His parole officer, I asked, could he at least be in the room for delivery? And he said, we can't talk about that right now, not until time comes. But he said, I hope you guys know you cannot live in the same residence with that child. It kills me to know that I'm possibly gonna have to do this on my own without him. It kills him. It's a lot. It is, because I know he could be an amazing father, but because of his status, he can't have the chance unless we win appeal. His child won't even know him until he or she is 18 or older. I do have a lot of problems with family and friends that he is a level 2 sex offender. I've lost a lot of family and friends because I do stand by him. It does make it hard, very hard. And on top of that, staying with Anthony, I can't see my other children. That kills me. It does, because we're in the same home right now for the time being. I can't have them at my home, can't have them overnight, and that is the hardest thing I've ever done. It is. And I feel like I'm picking somebody over my children, and that's not it. It's not. Anthony, he better not make me regret this. I've definitely put a lot out on the line to be with him. A lot. A lot. And our baby's future does depend on this.
Let's meet Amber.
I do.
I love you.
Just please, I don't want to look stupid. I put a lot on the line.
So am I.
I know.
And I love you with all my heart.
You said a family friend introduced you, and you knew about him?
Yeah, I did.
And you knew he was a sex offender even before you went on a date. And even with that knowledge, you said, yeah, I'd like to go on a date with him.
There was a lot more to it. There is a lot of people that do believe in him.
Because when it all comes down to it, he said, yeah, I did it.
He did.
I plead
By taking
guilty.
the guilty plea, yes.
Right, and went to prison for 3 years.
Yep.
Okay. Could you be in a relationship with him if he fails his lie detector test?
I told him before, I don't really know how to answer that until I hear it. It's a hard one for me to answer, to know how to react.
Well, I'll put it this way. If he were to fail, and he pled guilty, and he did time in prison, and you stayed with him, you as a mom with kids with somebody else would be dating a level 2 sex offender.
Yep. Yep.
You know, as me, as being a dad, I would say, what's wrong with you? Anthony came here to clear his name. We asked him, did you touch your friend's youngest daughter for your own sexual gratification? He answered no. He told the truth. Did you touch your friend's middle daughter for your own sexual gratification? He answered no. He did not tell the truth.
What? I don't think so.
Did you touch your friend's oldest daughter for your own sexual gratification? He answered no. He did not tell the truth.
Get that camera out of my face.
Oh, see, if he would have just left, I would have said, man, he just did you a huge favor.
Amber, you know I'd never do anything like this.
I didn't need a minute.
So I just want to clarify, you know, and go over this one more time. He stated the youngest one was the one he supposedly made watch. So he was never really charged with touching that one, but it was the 2 older daughters.
I wasn't charged with the other one either.
Okay. Well, you
I can
failed.
tell you that right now.
Okay. You went to prison for 3.5 years. You're a
Yeah.
level 2 sex offender. Stop me when I'm saying anything wrong. Won't be able to be involved in your child's life, see it, spend time with it, be a father figure, live with you, be, you know, anything like that in any realm, any possibility. He comes here and he fails a lie detector test.
Please. Amber.
I can't see straight.
Look at me. Look at me. You look at me. You know I'd never do anything like this.
you know. Look at me.
What does she know?
That I know I didn't do this. I can tell you that right now.
Well, I don't think she knows that anymore.
Yeah? Why don't you take one? Why don't you take a lie detector test, bud? Read to the internet. Why won't you?
What am I being accused of?
What? Nothing. Why is it in your paper saying you haven't touched one? Or why you say you won't take one? That you passed one when you were younger. You said you lied on it.
Okay. First of all, I'm not accused of anything. Nobody's accusing me.
I'm not accusing you.
I've never been charged.
I'm asking you a question. I'm not accusing you. I'm asking you.
Of if I ever molested a child?
No, I didn't ask you that question at all.
Okay.
Did I? I asked you one question. Why don't you take a lie detector test?
Because nobody's accusing me of it.
You don't have to worry about that.
Please, Mike.
Anthony.
Nobody is accusing me of anything. I stay at home. I don't bother anybody. I do my show. Now, if somebody accused me of a crime, I'd have no problem taking lie detector tests. And I have taken lie detector tests. I've taken lie detector tests when I was in high school. I took a lie detector test when I was in the Marines, and I took lie detector tests when I was a police officer.
Yeah.
I've taken many lie detector tests. So if you want to dig into my background, keep digging, buddy.
Really, what? 'Cause I know I didn't do this. I know.
Amber, this has got to be a lot to take in.
Can't even see straight.
Yeah, I got to imagine your world is spinning right now.
Very much.
Okay. And you know, Amber, I do have sympathy for you because you're kind of behind the 8 ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
You are pregnant, and you know, now you're going to be tied with this guy, which, hey, maybe it works out between the two of you. He's served his time as our criminal legal system has said. I find it odd that all of a sudden he wants to attack me. I didn't put a gun to this guy's head and make him come on my show. He came on his own free will.
Mm-hmm.
But now you, do you believe in redemption? Do you say, he's treated me so well, he loves me, you know what, even if he did do it, maybe you go home in a private moment when your camera's off, he goes, I didn't want to admit to you that I did. I made a huge mistake, but I love you. I'm never going to do that again. It was a weak moment. Do you think there's a possibility you could say, hey, I'm going to move forward with him?
I don't know.
Yeah. You know, when you decide you want to commit your life with somebody and bring children into the world, you really got to get to know them. I would hope no matter who you're with or who you choose to move forward with, that they give you the truth. Because the worst thing you can do is start a relationship based on a lie and keep going with that lie.
He knows how much I've gave up and what I'm giving up to try and help him. So I do deserve the truth.
Right, well, when you go home, you should demand it. And I wish you all the luck in the world.
You.
Okay?
Thank you for your
Good
help.
luck to you. Yep, you got it.
It's happening. The truth coming out. Okay. When I was around the ages of 14 or 15 years old, I was molested by my brother Sean. Growing up, me and Sean, we were very close. He took very good care of me. He loved me. And this happened because we were sharing a bed together. And I remember when he touched me, I looked over at him and his eyes were closed. That was the first time. But then it happened again. The second time, his eyes were closed. But this time, I knew that it was not an accident because it was a continuous behavior. I felt guilty when it happened to me because I felt like I caused it. The very first family member I brought it to, this person did not believe me because they feel like Sean is not capable of doing the things that I said that he did to me. The only person that helped me out and helped me get through the situation was my older sister, Ariana. I didn't specifically tell her that it was Sean that did this to me, but I did tell her that I was being touched in a way that I did not like. I replay this a lot. I replay it a lot because at one point, I had to see his face every day. And it's just like, when I look at him, I think, could he be doing this to other kids? Could he be doing it to other women? So
There's a child that me and my brother both know, and this child started to act out very sexually, and it started to raise my concern because of what happened to me. I jumped into this situation to get this child away from Sean, but I ended up being the one that was arrested for it. And when I got out of jail, I talked about what happened with me and Sean. It was a lot of people that would call me delusional. It was a lot of people that called me liars, and it broke me, because it's just like, if people really knew me, they would know that I wouldn't lie, especially about something this deep. And it's like, especially for the love that I have for my siblings. And this is the reason that I called this show, to take this lie detector test, because I know for a fact I'm not making this up. And I feel like the truth will be exposed today. And Sean will be exposed today. Sean, I want you to know that you hurt me. I love you so much, and I can't believe it. I'm not trying to hurt you. I just want to help. I wanted to know what was wrong with you. That's all. I didn't want to embarrass you. I just wish you would have opened up and told the truth. So we could have got you some type of help or something. Even if you did have to deal with the consequences. You still would have got the help. I don't want people to look at you as a monster.
Sean, what's your reaction to your sister on the tape?
Man, she needs prayer. I'm sorry that it even. Man, that was top tier. That was top tier actor. That was top tier acting. I'm sorry. I've never even did nothing to my sister. We haven't slept in the bed together since 2012. That's why once I seen the story on Facebook for myself, I didn't even entertain it or pay attention to it.
You know, every situation is different. Why did the two of you sleep in the same bed?
That's just how the living conditions were. We weren't as fortunate as others, but that we were very, very young. We didn't sleep in the bed at the time that she's putting on here on Facebook that we were sleeping in the bed in 2018, 2019.
I want to ask you this. Did she ever bring it to your attention about what she's talking about before she posted it on social media?
No, she never addressed me personally. She told my mom, but she's also made allegations on multiple people. So that's why it didn't catch me off guard once it happened.
Oh, so you're not the only person she's accused of this? Did you ever touch her while you laid in bed with her?
No.
Why would she lie about this?
Because everybody, you know, we have different fathers. Everybody on his side of the family, they love me like I'm his own. I think maybe she looks at it like, oh man, everybody gravitates towards this guy. Everybody gives him some type of admiration, and she doesn't just get that light from them, so.
Before she made these allegations about you, how was your relationship with your sister? Were you close?
Not really. I did what I was supposed to do as a big brother. Anytime she needed anything, no problem.
But never really close?
Not really. Never, no like small talk or, you know, because I don't go for small talk. If you want to do something, we're going to do it.
How did your family react when she made that post on social media?
Nobody believed it. Nobody even looked into it. We laugh because we know it's all false.
What happened during the pandemic between you and Amaya?
We ended up getting stuck in Texas because we couldn't travel with the pandemic going on. We had an argument, and she said, all right, I'm gonna expose this entire family. She's gonna put everybody's business out because we had a falling out.
Now, your sister was recently arrested over a child that you know.
Yeah.
What happened there?
From my knowledge and what I was told, she took her out of the house because someone asked her to get her back to them, so she ended up taking them out of the house. And I didn't know what was going on. I just remember getting up, going to the police station because the person said, he's supposed to be touching my child and doing this and doing that. The police said, okay, we're not even buying it. She's come with this story multiple times. This isn't the first time. So I end up going home, and they end up arresting her. She got booked, she got out, and then she came and made the post on Facebook.
Do you want a relationship with your sister?
It's kind of hard to come back from now with this, knowing what she's done to her family.
Yeah, like, you too grown to be sitting up here lying. You need to really learn how to take accountability. So the last time we slept in the bed was 2012. Be for real. Put it
I
on.
don't recall, Maya. What are you trying to
Man,
get?
this
Famous is okay.
Bruh, how am I trying to be famous? You projecting so bad, and that so sad. You really need help. And the fact that I wanted to help you when you first did it, like, I wanted to get you help.
What exactly did your brother do to you?
He rubbed on my butt twice.
He rubbed on it.
Yes.
How old was he at the time?
21.
So you're saying it was 6 years ago? Well, he's saying you haven't slept in a bed since 2012. You're saying you did...
We slept in the bed in 2009. The last time we slept in the bed together was in 2019. And it wasn't even that we had to share a bed. First of all, it was my room. You could have slept on the couch.
But you let him sleep in the bed?
Yeah, because that wasn't nothing that was unusual. We grew up sharing beds.
Sure.
That was not unusual. And you're trying to tell people that we wasn't close. You are such a liar. That is sad. Like,
So let me ask you this. Was this the first time 6 years ago that it happened?
Yes.
That was the first time?
Yes.
And you said it happened twice, right?
Yes.
So after the first time happened, what did you do? Nothing. And then you let him sleep in your bed again, right?
Sir.
And then he rubbed your butt again.
Yes, sir.
When you say rub your butt, would it be fair to say it was just like this?
Like this.
Okay.
Yes, like
And it was through underwear or pajamas?
It was through my pajamas.
You had pajama bottoms on. Did you say anything to him when he did it?
No, sir.
Why not?
I was froze. When he did, I was froze.
But wouldn't you, like, did you swat his hand away?
No, sir.
Nothing? Do you think your brother molested you?
Yes.
You sexually molested you?
Yes.
What would you want him, would you want to see him punished for that?
I got over, I'm not going to say I got over what happened, but I moved on what happened to me. But this is the reason that we're here, because a child came to me and said that she has been touched by him too.
In what way?
She didn't tell me how. She just said she's
You
been
didn't
touched
ask?
by him.
Okay.
I asked sexually. I said, was it sexually? And she said, what is sexually? I said, was it here, here, or
Right,
here?
right.
And she said, here and here.
On the butt.
Yes. And when we went to the doctor to go get her a sexual exam, she even showed the doctor and gave them exact dates of when you did it.
So the child said this to a doctor?
Yes.
Did the doctor report it to the police?
Yes.
And what did the police do?
Nothing. Nothing. They said that this is just something like this. Like, I cannot believe that the police is failing me like this. Like, when the truth come out, bro, like, it's just like everybody going down, cause like still in that house with you.
But because of that child, you got arrested, right?
Yes.
Why'd
She came and told me about what he did to her. She said that she didn't tell them because she saw what happened to me. She said they didn't believe what happened to me, so she didn't tell them. And
Does the whole family know about what he did to you, rubbing your butt?
Yes.
Did you ever come to your brother and say, hey, you did this to me, like the next morning?
No.
Why not?
I held this in. I didn't tell until I turned
But
17.
did you ever talk to your brother about it before you post on social media?
No.
Why post on social media?
Because y'all got me charged for something. Y'all got me charged for, I've never been to jail in my life. Y'all got me charged in my mugshot going all around social media.
So after you got arrested, you post on social media?
You a liar. You a liar. You lying. Y'all trying to make her look crazy. I sat on the phone and I listened to your family member tell my that it happened. And that it didn't, because she wasn't penetrated, it didn't matter. Why y'all lying? No, don't put your hands on me.
Back up, back up, back up.
Why you lying?
Back up, back up.
I was in the military in 2019, And I remember multiple times I'm getting up for PT at 6 in the morning and my sister calling me because she having nightmares. This is not the first time this story has come up. And every time it came up, nobody's story changed but theirs. Her story never changed. She was medicated, she was locked away twice, and her story still ain't changed.
She says, hey, they shared a bed, and he rubbed her butt. His eyes were closed, he could have been sleeping. He rubbed her butt. No penetration, no under pajama bottoms, no rubbing of the breasts, nothing like that. This is a rubbing of the butt. She feels sexually traumatized by that she was assaulted. He says, I got no memory of it. But why is he lying?
Because he don't want the world to know.
But
like,
the
he
fact
nasty.
is, she even said that she rolled over. He's totally asleep. She never said, hey, stop, don't do this.
She was a child, Steve.
But you see what I'm saying?
I understand
It's
what
not
you're saying.
like he was pulling her panties down. I'm saying, again, she believes that this has traumatized her. She feels bad, but she never said, hey, stop this, don't do this. Never, not the next day, not brought to anybody's attention. I'm only speaking facts. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Attention, just not his.
Okay.
It was brought to, that's
Okay.
the.
You're saying she went to her, right? Well, isn't the responsibility to go to him and say, why were you touching her?
Yes, and that's what.
And we asked you, did you fabricate the story about your brother, Sean, molesting you? You answered no. Regarding your brother, did he touch your butt while you were sleeping in the same bed? You answered yes. The results came back the same to each question. It came back that Amaya told the truth. Sean took a lie detector test, and we asked him, did you deliberately touch your sister's butt while sleeping in the same bed? He answered no. Regarding your sister, did you deliberately touch her butt while sleeping in the same bed? He answered no. Results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Sean told the truth. He took the exam on whether or not he deliberately touched her. This is now a situation where he was sleeping, touched her, and now they are both passing on the basis of the narrative. Each exam was quality controlled and scored.
What?
He's telling the truth. He did not deliberately touch her butt. The key word, deliberately. He did not purposely want to touch her butt.
I don't even recall it. That's what they saying, Ariana. I would never do that to Maya. I don't recall that happening. That's why I passed the polygraph. I'm sorry, Maya. I don't even recall us being in the bed. I don't have no reason to come up here and lie. You know I never do that to that child.
I hope at some point in your family you get to a place of peace and civility and you can all carry on. All right. Good. Michelle, you suspect that your niece is being molested, right?
Yes, sir.
And why do you think that?
My niece, she shows signs. She's only 3 years old, Steve. My niece, she has no childhood whatsoever. Like a few days, not even a few days ago, it's probably about a couple weeks ago, we were sitting on the couch and my little niece's private part was hurting, but that's not what she said. I was like, what's wrong with you? She said, TT, my hurts. She's only 3 years old. What 3-year-old would say the word, you know?
Right.
Give me a second. It's hard. It's hard because she's 3. She has no childhood, no nothing. Like her mom doesn't care.
What type of mother is Misty?
Misty's a poor excuse for a mother. She don't care about her daughter whatsoever. She takes my niece out 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. She has my niece around when she's doing drugs. She has my niece out in the streets while she's doing drugs. Like, Misty will go have my niece out. One minute you'll see my niece with Misty, the next minute you won't see her with her. Like, where is my niece at, Misty, when you're out? She done left my niece around plenty of men. She said that the person wasn't a child molester. Come to find out the man was a child molester. A couple weeks ago, we was at the store. Misty asked her, she said, do you want anything in the store? My niece pointed to a bong, a pipe. That was the first thing. She didn't point to no candy. She didn't point to nothing. She pointed to a pipe. She's 3, Steve. What does a 3-year-old know about a pipe?
Right. And this James guy, do you believe that he's doing anything
I don't believe that he's doing anything, but he's not doing anything to protect her neither. He's not doing nothing to protect her. He knows what's going on with Misty. Like the police then called us. Misty had my niece out at 3 o'clock at night one time downtown drinking, sloppy drunk downtown. The police said either y'all get down here right now or we're going to call Child Protective Service and they're going to take your niece away from y'all. I did all I did. I stopped everything I did and went straight downtown to my niece.
On the tape, Misty says she changed her life around.
Misty haven't changed nothing. Nothing at all. Ain't nothing changed.
So it's not true?
Nothing changed. CPS been raising my niece since my niece was born. My niece they going through a CPS case right now. My niece ain't had not a dull life yet. She just been dealing with CPS all her life since birth. And it's like, she don't have no childhood. The only time she acts like a child is when she's with me or with my family. She don't disrespect me. She don't talk back to me. She don't does none of that. But when she in front of Misty and when it's just us in the house, my niece don't listen to me. She cusses. She's just very disrespectful, like, and that's not right at all.
All right, well, Misty's backstage. Do you want to come with me to talk to her?
Yeah, I sure do.
Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? To get my help, go to www.stevewilkos.com.
You're really not doing nothing to protect her. If you know that you're going out to get drunk, leave your daughter with us in the best care. You're not doing nothing to protect her at all. You're not being a good role model to your daughter. When you're leaving her with different men and stuff, that's not right for her to have to endure and to see a different man keep running in and out her life. It's not cool for her to have to be around you when you're doing drugs and getting high. That's not right at all for your daughter, Misty. All I'm saying is you got to step it up. You got to step up your game because what you're doing, you're failing her, and she's only 3 years old. You're not doing nothing to protect her. You're not being a mother right now at all. You say that you're being a mother and you love your daughter. If you love your daughter, you wouldn't take your daughter out while you're getting high or drinking. You wouldn't have your daughter running the streets.
On the tape, you said that you have changed her life around.
Yes.
And
you're not changing, though. You haven't changed. You just left out the house a week ago.
Are you being honest when you say that? On the
Yes.
tape? Did you molest your daughter?
No.
Have you ever let any men touch your daughter?
No.
Have you done drugs in front of your daughter?
No, and I'm done answering all these questions.
Where are you going? She knows she's lying. Where are you? Come back for your daughter, the person you love, Misty. Where are you running to? Where are you going? See, Steve, do you see what I'm saying? She don't love her daughter. That's not love right there. She don't love her daughter.
I do just want to ask, you have this daughter with James. Do you have any feeling if James molested your daughter?
I'd be upset.
You'd be upset. But do you have a feeling if he did do something, anything that ever made you suspicious?
No.
No. If you don't want to answer any more questions, I understand. I want to be sympathetic to your situation as you explain on tape. You've had a rough life, but you say you've changed your life around. She's concerned because she's seen your daughter exhibit behavior that she's concerned about. The very least, if you come backstage and at least listen to the results, okay?
You just said that you know somebody that molested your daughter. Why didn't you say nothing? Why didn't you call the police when you said that? Why didn't you? And then you kept taking her around these people. Come back out here so you can hear the results.
Come on.
You can't keep on running. Got to get down to the bottom of it sometime. And now it's the time, and Steve gonna get down to the bottom.
All right, let's meet James.
You say you love your daughter. You gotta do more to protect her. I love you, and you know that. I'm not doing this to hurt nobody. I'm not doing this to mess up our family. I love her like that. I love her, just put it like that. And you're not protecting her if you know that your woman is doing wrong and you keep letting her in. That's not love. You saying you giving her chances after chances. What about your daughter chances? She's only 3, huh? What about her chances?
I don't know for sure if she was touched.
Don't nobody know it, but it don't take a rocket scientist to know the signs, though.
I heard rumors that it's been touched.
It don't hurt. It don't hurt. Them rumors, you right, you heard rumors. But we're going to get down to the bottom of it today, and Steve going to make sure with your results.
So you heard rumors that your daughter was molested?
Yes.
Did you ever ask your daughter if she was molested?
Yes.
You did?
She says nobody touched her. We have took her to the doctor.
Did you go take her to a doctor?
The doctor, DCS has took her to the doctor, and they said she had not been touched. I mean, I don't agree with Misty.
Did you molest your daughter?
I would not touch my
I don't think my uncle
daughter.
molested, but I think somebody
served
knows something.
3 years in the military. I've adopted. My baby is not mine, biological. She is.
Blood don't make you no closer.
Blood
That's your
doesn't.
baby.
That's DNA.
So the little girl in question is not your biological daughter?
I signed the birth certificate. I met her when she was 4 months pregnant. And I've been there for her ever since. And I told her, when my baby was in her stomach, I said, I'm gonna take care of you. You're gonna have my last name. And I've been there ever since. And I would never touch that baby.
Do you have a relationship with Misty now?
No. I mean, I wanna work on it if her tests come back negative.
Right. Have you ever seen Misty do drugs in front of your daughter?
I have never seen her do it, but I've heard she's been around her doing it. People, her friends run to tell me everything that Misty does, and I get on Misty about that, and I tell her.
Misty says that she has tried to change her life to be a better parent for her daughter. Have you observed that?
At first, she has. When we first got together, she had changed. But when we separated, she started slipping back again.
So you believe she's in that lifestyle now?
Be real.
Back and forth she is. Back and forth she is.
Well, that's not a good sign, right? All right, James, you came here and you took a lie detector test?
Yes.
And we asked you, have you ever had sexual, physical contact with Misty's daughter for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. You told the truth.
Thank you. Thank you. I knew I told the truth. I knew it. I'm tired of all this mess.
I knew that. I knew that.
I want to get my name cleared. I know Misty struggles. Nobody's perfect. I want to make this relationship work because both kids deserve both parents, not just one. And I know Misty can change. She can change. She has problems. And
what kind of problems does she have?
She drinks, and when she drinks,
she blows up.
She blows up, and she leaves, and she feels.
Does she take your daughter with her?
Yeah.
Yes, and the last time I refused to let her. I wouldn't have got my daughter because I'm like, no, my daughter did not deserve that.
Do you drink? Do you drink too much?
Yes.
Probably should seek help for that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And if you're getting drunk, you probably shouldn't be dragging your daughter behind you. We asked Misty, have you ever used illegal drugs in the presence of your daughter? She answered no. Have you ever had physical contact with your daughter for your own sexual gratification? She answered no. Have you ever allowed any males to sexually abuse your daughter? She answered no. Have you ever witnessed any males sexually abuse your daughter? She answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Misty told the truth.
No, for real, y'all. We gotta come together.
I do not want. I wanted to work. Okay.
Ooh, thank God, boy. Thank God.
You know, usually when we get results like that, it's a good feeling.
A very good feeling, boy.
But I'm not getting a good feeling here. And I wonder about this little girl who I've never met, but
I still think something going on.
We do the story. Well, at the very least,
she's
not getting the greatest parenting in the world, at the very least.
She don't have the mom and dad
Both people are in and out of her life. Mom drinks too much. Mom then takes the girl and probably puts her in positions that, at the very least, if she's not being molested, she's in positions that she shouldn't be in. She's with a mother that's intoxicated, not making the best decisions. She's in positions where she's saying inappropriate language, that she's seeing things that she's being exposed to that way ahead of her time, and that's sad. So even though we got good results here, I hope that you go home and you try to make an effort to get better help for yourself, become a better mother, a better father, so that this little girl has a chance. Because if you're not good parents, you're just putting her behind the 8 ball, okay? Yes. Good luck to you all.
Me and Chris, we've been together for going on 2 years. We have a 9-month-old baby. He's a family man. Like, he takes care of us. He does a good job with the kids. I do love him. But honestly, I feel like he's attracted to men. I feel like he's done stuff with men. I think he's gay because how he walk too feminine. Like, he just walk like a girl to me. When we talking, sometimes he be like, okay, girl, like, I never been with no man that talks like that. Like, he just have that, like, you know, like a girl. We're not really intimate. And it's like, I have to ask him. And with my previous people I've dealt with, I never had to ask nobody to, you know, be intimate. Every morning when he gets ready for work, he wakes me up, how this look? Do I need to change? Like, if he have a wrinkle somewhere and we're out in public and say if someone notices, he goes crazy. And the thing that makes it more heavy on me is because it's not only me with the thought. It's other people telling me, friends and family. Like, when I introduced him to them, and like later they're like, oh, he like, they'll laugh at me. This guy Chris met, he started to hang with him a lot. When he gets off work, he'll go play the game over there like for hours, or he'll come to my house and I'll be gone. I'll come back and he's there, and it's like, why do you spend so much time with him? When you get off work, I want to spend time with you, but he's always with him. One time we wanted to do like a little family thing. We wanted to go to the pool. So I was like, okay, let's go. And he was like, I think we should invite, you know, the guy friend that he has. And I was like, I don't want him to come. So he was like, okay. We went to the pool, we having fun. In my head, I'm thinking he texted the dude because he come walking. And I looked at Chris. I'm like, did you tell him to come? Did you text him? He was like, no, I didn't. Chris, he took a lot to take the test because he wanted, I wanted to know if he's gay. So he wanted to prove to me. And I took a lot to take the test because I want to prove to him that I'm not doing anything, because he believes that I'm just out here doing things. I'm loyal. You know, I stay home with the kids every day. I take care of them. I don't have a time, or I don't want to. I don't want to, you know, be involved with no one else because I love him. I want to be with him.
So, Christopher, you're here to prove that you're not gay.
Yeah, I'm here to prove I'm not gay.
Why does anybody have to prove
It's crazy,
that?
right?
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
But that's your girlfriend on the table.
Yeah.
How long you been with her?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And I got to imagine you have sex with her. You have a kid together, right?
Yeah, we
So
have sex.
why in the world would you think that you're gay?
Well, I think it's somebody in her ear that's putting specific thoughts in her ear. That's one. And two, it's like, I honestly don't understand, because the times that she brings up, like the pool incident, you know, like we see him walking around plenty of times, just walking around the apartment. So it's like you randomly see him, and he saw us, so he's like, hey, I might as well stay. You know, let me go get my son. He comes back. And
He's got a son.
Yeah, he had the son as well. That's originally how we met, you know, because we had moved into the apartments, and I didn't really know anybody over there. So I wanted some guy friends, you know, some people I could relate to, some people with kids, you know, and somebody I could vent to as well. But yeah, so he came to the pool, and I could just instantly sense her energy. It's like off. You know, it's like, you know, now she's not trying to talk to me. Now she's all quiet. You know, and now she's trying to distance herself away from me. You know, like, first we were all up on each other at the pool. Now she's all the way over here. Yeah. So I'm just like, what's going on?
How did you find out that she thought you were gay?
Oh, Steve. Oh, man, it started 6 months ago. Well, I'm not gonna say 6 months. It started in the summer. We went on the best of terms. We had an argument, you know, about, it's always little petty stuff with us. But it was an argument. We went a few days without talking, you know. So I hit him up. I was like, hey, bro, you know, you got a minute? Can we go vent? He said, all right, let's go to the pool. So we went to the pool. You know, it's nice outside. It's hot. Everybody outside playing, right? So we're like, why don't we bring the kids? We come back. I come back in. And so, you know, I asked her, because at this moment in time, we weren't really talking, but we were co-parenting. Yeah. So I still felt like I needed to ask her, you know, can we bring the kids? Because she also has 2 other children, not just our 9-month-old, but I treat them all like my own. So I asked her, you know, Destiny, can I take the kids to the pool with me and bro? And she said, yeah, just don't do anything weird around my kids.
Like what?
Like what? Like, what are you talking about? What are you trying to get at? And she, you know, she's not answering.
Don't start about the pool.
Literally. And so he, you know, he had went to go get his son.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm taking a long time because we're back and forth. So he walks by the door. She's like, there go your little boyfriend. So, you know, so I just left. I left, and I was heated. I was mad. I was furious.
But did she ever come out and say, hey, I think you're gay?
So that happened. I came back from the pool, and, you know, I'm trying to get to the bottom of things. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? And bottom line, she felt like I was giving him attention that she deserved. That simple.
I just got to ask, are you gay?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with being gay, but that's just not me.
No, of course there's nothing wrong with it.
Wrong with that.
But if you're in a heterosexual relationship and you're not telling somebody that you are having same-sex, you know, that would be wrong.
And that's not fair to her.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fair to anybody. Do you think that she's cheating? Because, listen, you know, it'd be like my wife looking at me and saying, I think you're gay. Like, she knows I'm not gay.
Yeah.
When she says this, how does it make you feel?
It makes me furious, Steve.
Yeah.
It makes me furious.
Do you love her?
I love her with everything in my heart. Like, I told her, she's my soulmate. I love that girl so much. I do.
Yeah. And listen, what's the definition of a man, right? Like, you know, oh, well, you're not acting manly, or you, okay, you like to dress well, and, you know, you ask her opinion. My wife does every morning.
Yeah.
She comes to work, she's like, hey, how do I look, you know?
And who doesn't want to look good, you know?
Right. I mean, if you have a little pride in yourself, you want to look good, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, like, you know, the old stereotypes of, you know, John Wayne and all this, like, that's not, to me, is the definition of a man. Like, for me, the definition of man is like a guy that's not a bum, that goes to work, raises his family, is there for his family. That, to me, is a man. And I don't care, you know.
Chris, it's like...
Really?
I can't help how I feel. I can't.
But it's like we've been together 2 years. 2 years,
I understand.
So it's like, if you feel like I'm gay, why are you still with me? That's what I'm trying to...
Because I do love you. I do love you. And sometimes I try to suppress the feelings, but they just come back when you do certain
But it's like, what is giving you this feeling?
You've been with the guy for 2 years.
Right.
In those 2 years, have you had a lot of sex?
At the beginning.
In the beginning, but that's every relationship, right? When you first meet somebody, man, you're tearing it up all the time, right?
Right.
But then you realize you got to come back to earth a little bit because you got to work, you're raising kids, so there's not always all the time to have sex all the time, right?
Right.
That's every relationship in the history of the world, right?
Right.
You start out, and then it slows down a little. Okay. So, do you really, in your heart, believe that he's gay?
I don't want to believe it, but it's like when people put stuff in my head, and
So
then I have dreams as well.
Wow.
I have dreams as well. And it's like,
But dreams are dreams. They're not real.
Exactly.
Okay, why are people chirping in your ear saying he's gay?
Because that's what he come off as to them, I guess. He come off like that to me
So why do you
sometimes.
care what other people say,
I
though?
don't care, but
they're affecting your thinking.
Yes.
Is he, like, this guy comes across as a really nice, caring guy. He's a teacher, talks about, like, you know, he's good with all your kids, right? Like, you have kids from previous relationships?
Right.
And he's good to them?
Yes.
And he's a wonderful father to his own child?
Yes, they all love him.
What? Okay. He provides?
Yes.
He comes home, brings the check home?
Yes.
Is he kind to you?
Yes.
Is he nice to you?
Yes.
What else are you looking for? You hit the jackpot. Plus, how about all the women out there that are married to slobs? Guys wearing a white T-shirt, don't care about how they look.
I can't make it go away. It's just there. I don't want to feel like this.
But a lie detector test will make it go away?
It'll go away. It'll go away completely.
You won't have any more doubts
I
that
will
he's
never bring
gay.
it up again. Never.
And what if he is gay?
Then I have to leave him.
Then you have to go.
I have to.
Yeah. Are you cheating?
No, of course not. I love him. I'll never.
You see yourself long term with this guy?
Yes.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Hey, listen, you've seen the show, right? We get a lot of bums on this stage, right?
Yeah.
Guys that don't
Oh,
take
yeah.
care of their kids, they're mean to their women, abusive, drugs, alcohol, all of it, right?
Right.
He's got nothing against him, man. Feeling pretty good now?
I'm a cat.
I already kind of, it's like 99% of me knows he's not, but it's just that 1% because like.
You don't have 99 problems.
Thank you.
I just gotta say, man, if you fail your lie detector test,
Oh, man.
I might have to kick your ass. Okay. All right, Destiny, you came here and you took a lie detector test.
That's not a good sign.
While in a relationship with Christopher, have you had sexual contact with any other men? You answered no. While in a relationship with Christopher, had you had sexual intercourse with any other men? You answered no. And the result for your test is that you...
I know I told the truth, Steve.
You did
Go
tell the
ahead.
truth.
Yeah.
You did.
I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that. Okay. I'll give you that. You got me on that one.
Two parts. Your test is broken up in 2 parts.
Okay.
Whether you slept with women and whether you slept with men.
Okay.
Cheating on her.
Okay.
So we asked Christopher 2 parts. While in a relationship with Destiny, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? He answered no. While in a relationship with Destiny, have you had sexual contact with any other woman? He answered no. The result of those 2 questions came back the same, and it came back that Christopher told the truth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had sexual contact with a man? He answered no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with a man? He answered no. And the result for those 2 questions is that Christopher, he told the truth.
I told you. Thank you,
I got to ask you a question. Were some of these people that were chirping here, were they women? Yeah. You know why they were doing that? Because they probably want that guy for themselves. Like I said, this is what we want all our sons to be, is this guy right here.
You're right.
You know? He's a good dude.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
So
It
stop
just-
listening to the whispers.
I won't. No more. I'm
Okay?
done.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Deshawn appeared on my show a month ago, desperate to find out if her brother Alfonso molested her daughter. These accusations came to light after her boyfriend Dominic claimed to have witnessed the alleged abuse. Well, Dominic and Tashana both passed their lie detector tests and proved they did not fabricate these accusations. But when Alfonso's test came back inconclusive, the ultimate question remained unanswered. We offered Alfonso the chance to come back and take another test, but he dodged our calls for 4 weeks. Now he is here to give his sister the answers she deserves. But he also wants to know if Dominic was the one who molested Tashana's daughter. Take a look.
Me and Tashana been together for 3 years, going on 4. Between the two of us, we got 8 kids, her 5 and my 3. Back in 2020, she was letting her little brother stay with her. While he was staying with us, I believe he was touching on one of Tashana's daughters. What happened was, it was around at least 1, 2 in the morning. Tashana woke up, she was about to take, one of her kids to the bathroom. But instead, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and take him to the bathroom. She said, okay. So I come out there and it was kind of dark. So I turned the light on. When I turned the light on, he looked like he was like coming from her and backing up. And she was wiggling into her pants. So as she wiggled into her pants, he was backing up and looking at me with this look like I caught something. And he tried to pretend like he was on his phone.
The cops came, they arrested him, and they drove us to the SVU unit when they went to go check her. When they went to go check her, they said it was abnormal down there. So she took they had to take some pills, HIV pills.
Your daughter then said, yes, my uncle touched me in a sexual manner. So, but he was charged and he was held for a year.
Yes.
So they must have thought they had evidence to hold him for that long. But they released him eventually because they believed that the DNA was inconclusive.
He even had the audacity to come back down the street and sit in front of the door like it was supposed to be cool. You lucky this bodyguard here. I really want to come past there and just man, because you know that you're lying.
Okay, Dominic, you came here and you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, on the night in question, did you see Tashana's daughter pulling her pants up while she was next to Alfonso? You answered yes. Are you fabricating the story about seeing Tashana's daughter pulling her pants up while next to Alfonso? You answered no. The results came back the same, and they came back that Dominic told the truth.
What you guys say? You guys say now? The truth.
Tashana came here and took a lie detector test. And we asked her, did you fabricate a story that your brother sexually abused your daughter? She answered no. Did your daughter tell you that Alfonso inappropriately touched her? She answered yes. Results came back the same to each of those questions. And it came back that Tashana told the truth.
I told the truth. Now what? Now what? It's your turn. Your turn.
We gave Alfonso a lie detector test. We asked him, did you ever have any sexual contact with that girl? He answered no. Was there ever a time that you had sexual contact with that girl? After careful analysis of the subject's polygraph charts, it is the opinion of the examiner that the subject charts contradicted each other and as a result came back inconclusive.
Conclusion.
Okay. My wife said, hey, if we have to retest you, if you're willing, I don't know if you'd be or not, because I really want to get the truth out of you.
I want the truth too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But if I ever heard a more story or answers on my stage, I'm not aware of it. I think you're guilty as hell. I think you caught the biggest break in your life that those DNA results came back inconclusive. I think you're catching a huge break on my show with these inconclusive results. I think you're guilty as hell. And you molested a little girl that happens to be your own niece. Dominic, you're back, and in the past 4 weeks, Alfonso's family has started to accuse you of molesting Tashana's daughter.
Yeah, it was a post that got put into a group chat. Everybody started looking at it, peeping it, and then start saying, well, why didn't you test Dominic? Dominic's another male inside of the house. Why couldn't he get tested? But I look at it like, why should I get tested if I'm the one that brought it to your attention?
Why do you think it took Alfonso 4 weeks to come back?
He guilty. He know he guilty, Steve. He know he guilty like hell.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when I said in that last time you were here, I've never heard somebody be so evasive, story doesn't add up. I mean, I'm going to be shocked if he passes.
Listen, he's not gonna pass this test.
Well, plus, if you're telling the truth, which you passed your lie detector test,
right.
what you saw has to be the truth.
Right. Like, and it's not my first incident seeing him doing anything with any of them girls. It was another girl that he was in there, he had her on his lap, her legs was open, he was shaking her on his leg. I had to come in the house and be like, come here, get down off his leg. Don't get on no man's lap, not even mine's. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Alfonso is back. Let's bring him out.
So check this out, man. Why you wait 3 or 4 weeks to come back?
Because I had to do it on my own time.
You had to do it on your own time, or was it for your job?
No, it wasn't. I called the show before my job even found out.
It was your job.
No,
it was
wasn't.
your job and people getting in your head.
No, nobody was in my head.
So what was it there, Fonzo?
I called the show before my job even found out.
Okay, so since we here, is you gonna pass this test?
Yes, I am.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass.
It was your idea to come back?
Yeah, it's my idea.
We
it
were
wasn't
texting
your
you.
idea, man. You told the producers that was the wrong number.
Yeah, my producers were texting you, and you wrote back wrong number.
Something was wrong with my phone.
No,
Something was wrong with your phone.
You lying.
You know what was wrong with your phone? The thumbs that were pressing the numbers and letters.
Something was really wrong with my phone
No, it
at the
wasn't.
time.
You just didn't want to come back on this show, bro, because you know you guilty.
I'm not guilty.
You are.
Hey, did you, like, last time you were here, did you, like, get on the plane and be like, woo, I dodged a bullet?
No.
No? You didn't feel that way?
No.
You didn't feel that way when the police told you the DNA evidence came back and it was inconclusive? You didn't go, woo,
No,
I dodged a bullet?
because I know I ain't do it.
You know you didn't do it.
So I didn't see what I seen.
So,
I didn't.
No.
So how I passed the test then, bro?
Because
And you didn't pass the test.
Because there's plenty of times where I had to move back onto the bed.
Hey, so Dominic's a liar?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
And the little girl's a liar?
Yeah, because she had a chance to tell her own story on the stand.
She's a liar and Dominic's a liar.
She had a chance to
You're telling the truth.
Yes, I'm
You're
telling
the truth teller.
You're the liar, bro.
Let's bring out your girlfriend, your sister, and the mother of the child, Tashana.
How dare you do this to me? Why did you wait 4 weeks for you to come to this show? Why? Why did you wait 4 weeks? Huh? You wanted to come on your own time. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to come on your own time. Why didn't you come when they called you? Text you. You talk about this was the wrong number. It wasn't no wrong number. If you wanted to clean your you would have did it already.
That's why I'm here now.
4 weeks later, though, right?
Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? Visit the link in the description to get my help. We asked you if you molested the little girl, and we asked you, did you ever touch Tashana's daughter for your own sexual gratification? You answered no, and the result of your lie detector test is that you told the truth. That was one of the things you wanted from our producers, right? You wanted him to take test?
He passed what you got to say.
That's not the, I'm going to
What?
leave it at
Come
that.
on, you still gonna lie.
That's not
He
the
passed
that's
what
not the
you
test
gotta
I
say.
wanted. That's not the test I wanted.
Well, but that's
What is the
that's
test you
only,
wanted?
That's the only test that would matter if he molested the little girl, right?
That's not the test I wanted.
Okay, well,
All right.
we're not going to give you everything you want.
That's not the test he wanted, but he passed. He didn't touch my daughter. He passed, but that's not the test you wanted.
Okay.
That's your niece.
You took a lie detector test. Right. See, this is the one I wanted.
This is the one I want,
This
too.
is the one I wanted.
This is the one I want, too. I want this test. Come on, Steve.
I didn't care about that one so much. I wanted this one. This one I've been waiting for 4 weeks. I'll be honest, I'm shocked that you came back. Maybe you're gonna pass. Because I know it's conclusive one way or the other. I don't know the result, but I do know we got a conclusive result for you. And we asked you, did you ever touch Tashana's daughter, your niece, for your own sexual gratification. You answered no. The result of your lie detector test is that you did not tell the truth.
I knew you do it! I knew you do it! That's not the word! That's not the word! That's not the word! You do it! Your ass going to jail! You're going to jail! You lied! That's your niece! Why? Well, guess what? Your ass going back to jail!
You are the triflingest I ever met.
I know I ain't do it.
No, you are.
I know I did.
You're trifling.
I know I didn't. That don't, but you didn't. If I did it, why you guys still saying and tell the truth?
You're a monster, bro.
You're done. You're going to jail.
I can't go. I already called I already
stop,
talked to the people. I can't go to jail.
Yes,
But
you
I
can.
can't.
Well, you can.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Got found not guilty on.
Okay.
You can.
I already talked to him. You're dumb.
I'm dumb.
Yeah.
You were.
No,
you
you're dumb.
lied. You touched my daughter.
I told the truth.
And I'm dumb. You touched my daughter.
But
and I'm dumb.
I got found not
I'm
guilty
dumb.
for a reason.
I'm dumb.
For a
no,
reason.
you're dumb.
No, you're dumb.
You're a molester. That's
told
what
the
you
truth.
are. A child molester.
I'm not dumb.
You are.
I'm not.
That test says otherwise.
It doesn't.
The very least, you are exposed now for what you are. You
And
are.
the whole world sees. So I hope you get fired. I hope they see this one too. Everybody gonna know what you are.
You are a child molester. And with
Make
that,
sure you never around
you
kids.
can get the hell off my stage. I'm telling you, I'm shocked he came back, but I'm glad he did. I was really pissed off that we couldn't get you the answers the last time you were here.
Well, you did.
Unfortunately,
Thank
got
you,
the
Steve.
answer. Well, I'm glad. And, again, thank your producers because they worked their ass off to get this guy back here today.
Yes.
Listen, it's terrible. It's a horrible thing that happened, but at least you know the truth now. I don't. Anybody with the right mind knew you didn't do it, but anybody that thinks that or said that, now you say, hey, I passed that. I wish you all luck in the world, and I hope the best for your little girl.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
It hurts really bad. I've never thought my kids would be taken from me. Dale and I have been together for 15 years since we were teenagers, and he is definitely the love of my life. Everything was going great when we first got together. About 4 or 5 years into the relationship, we started having kids, and everything was still peachy until we just had rotten people come into our life and managed to get our kids taken. Dale is being accused of abusing my son, my oldest son, by putting a zip tie around his neck, punching him, giving him 2 black eyes, and making him spit up blood. I was at work that day. I had got home and noticed that my son had marks around his neck, marks around his eyes and his nose, and I started freaking out. So I went up and talked to him to see what was going on and where he got the marks from, and he wouldn't tell me. He was nervous and scared. I asked another family member that was in my household at the time, and he said that both of my boys were fighting over a big umbrella, an adult umbrella. And I guess my younger son had decided to get angry at my older son and smacked him in the face with it. The next day, CPS showed up at my door, and my older son had told the CPS worker that my husband had held him down and punched him in the eyes and held a zip tie around his neck. And I supposedly had cut it off. That never happened. There was never, when I got home, I had never seen a zip tie around my son's neck. I've never had come across my husband really abusing them. That's why I stand behind him 100% through this. And now mine and my husband's life was just ripped apart because of my children being taken from us for no reason at all. Dale would never hurt my kids. He is a good father, an awesome father. I haven't seen my kids in over 3 months. They're trying to charge me for failure to protect and neglect. And now they're trying to say that Dale had molested my daughter. I don't believe that allegation at all. I would have seen signs with my daughter being touched. She definitely would have came and told me if something was wrong. I know Dale didn't do this because I was always the one with my daughter. I honestly think that my daughter was being coached. So Dale took a lie detector test to prove that he didn't abuse our son and molest my daughter or put a zip tie around my son's neck. And I'm also being tested for just not standing there and letting it happen. And when we both pass, it's gonna make me feel good, and I'm gonna go get my kids. I'm gonna go get my kids. I came home to the police and the CPS worker and a bunch of people at my house, and my kids were in the house. I came home to my son, and he had those marks around his eyes and the mark around his neck.
He had black eyes.
He had black eyes, yes.
And he had a mark around his neck, like what? Like somebody had tied something around his neck?
I had tried to ask him. He was scared and nervous, and he ran off. And I didn't believe that my husband had done that. So
Who told you that your husband did it?
A bunch of people was telling me that my son had told the CPS worker that his dad did that.
Has your husband ever abused you?
No, yes.
How has he abused you?
In the past, we have gotten into heated arguments. He's pushed me, he's slapped me.
How long you been married?
And we've been married 4 or 5 months.
How many kids do you have together?
We have 3.
3 together. But recently you said, I want to be married to you.
Because everything was changing. He was becoming a different man. He wasn't really fighting with me like we used to back in the day.
He was changing for the good.
He was, yes.
And you decided to get married.
Yes.
Now the CPS documents reads that he held your son down and put a zip tie around his neck.
Yeah, that I don't believe that.
That is like pretty severe, extreme
Exactly.
torture, right?
Yeah.
A zip tie around the neck. I mean, you could kill somebody. He stapled your child to the wall.
Yeah, that one I don't understand either.
How do you staple a child to the wall?
I really don't know. I
Pinch
would
their skin
assume.
and staple?
I would assume a staple gun.
Well, yeah, I would assume a staple gun. I'm saying you have to pull the skin out to staple him to the wall.
Right.
I mean, if he were to do this, he'd be like a evil person, right? Does he give your kids drugs?
No, not that I know of. I'm always around unless I'm working.
Yeah. What's this about him feeding your baby drugs in a bottle?
That I don't believe either for a fact because, like I said, I've always had my kids from day one. And every time when he was on drugs, he would always leave.
Does your husband do drugs?
Not now, no.
But did he?
Yes, at some point, yes.
What do you mean at some point? When?
There was times that he did drugs before we had even gotten together the first time. He was doing drugs if and when and out of the relationship.
What kind of drugs?
As far as I know, it was meth.
Meth. Now the CPS documents read that you know that you said that you know he's been abusive to your son.
No, the CPS worker was twisting my words around.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that's on meth, okay? We're not talking about, the father of the year here.
No.
I mean, when you're on meth, you talk about him abusing you. Is it really a stretch to believe that he abused your kids? I mean, when you're on meth, when is the last time you saw your children?
October 12th.
So you haven't seen
2023.
when they took them away.
Yeah.
Why haven't you seen them since?
That my visitation has been suspended because they're trying to get me for failure to protect.
They feel like you didn't do enough to protect your children. Did they say anything like, if you leave Dale, you can see your kids?
They had threatened me and said if I don't divorce him, that they would permanently take them from me.
Right. Now, do you think they have any special interest in seeing you and Dale divorced?
No.
These people are probably saying, boy, these kids are really in a bad position here. This guy, Dale, and the police officer and the CPS minds are saying, this guy's evil and dangerous. The only way you as a mother are going to get your kids back, you got to get away from this guy. That's what they're saying, right? So when they say this to you, what's your response?
I acted immediately. I went and got divorce papers and had them filed.
But you believe Dale.
At first, I didn't believe it.
Now you do?
Now I do.
What changed your mind?
Honestly, I don't believe the fact that he really did do it.
You don't believe he did any of this?
No, I don't believe he did.
So why would you divorce him then?
Because I was scared.
So you didn't really plan on divorcing them?
No.
You got the paperwork just so you could get your kids back?
Yes.
But you would still stay with Dale?
If everything goes okay to where I'm able to get my kids back, then no.
What if Dale fails his lie detector test today?
I'm probably gonna go off.
It's a horrible story.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I would never do anything like this.
You would never abuse
No.
your children. Zach, why do you believe that your brother is a sexual predator?
Past situations. I've even found his phone when he lived with me before, where he was being creeps, taking photos of my female friends on a beach. They had no clue that he was taken.
Your kids were taken away.
Yes.
You're facing criminal charges, right?
Yes, if they find the
Right, if the
accusations
investigation
correct.
comes back. Your wife is facing charges of failing to protect.
Yes.
So you possibly both could lose your children forever.
Yes.
Did you molest your daughter?
No, absolutely not. That's my little princess.
Why do you think that's coming out from?
She's learning good touch and bad touch at school, and she's going around everyone, even her little classmates. If they walk in and bump into her butt or anything, she says they're touching her private parts.
So at no time under this influence of meth, you could have done something inappropriate?
No, I was never around my daughter when I was under the influence
You never
of meth.
came home under the influence of meth?
No, I would always stay away.
You came here and we asked you, did you ever witness Dale sexually abuse your daughter? You answered no. Prior to January 5th of 2024, were you aware that Dale molested your daughter? You answered no. Did you ever witness Dale giving your son any black eyes? You answered no. Did you ever see your son with a zip tie around his neck? You answered no. Did you cut the zip tie off of your son's neck? You answered no. Those results came back all the same, and they came back that you told the truth. Your test is two parts, sexual molestation and physical abuse. So we asked you first, did you ever touch your daughter for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. You told the truth. Did you ever strike your son giving him a black eye? You answered no. Did you ever strike your son causing him to spit blood? You answered no. Did you ever strike your son giving him a bloody nose? You answered no. Did you ever strike any of your children, leaving them with a mark or a bruise? You answered no. Did you ever put a zip tie around your son's neck? You answered no. Did you ever hold down your son so a zip tie could be placed around his neck? You answered no. Did you, I didn't ask you this question. Did you ever give your kids illegal drugs?
No, absolutely not.
Did you ever provide illegal drugs to your children? You answered no. Did you ever staple any of your children to a wall?
No.
Did you ever staple one of your children to a wall? You answered no. Results came back all the same, and they came back that Dale did not tell the truth.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Dale? Why don't you try that with me? Huh?
Where you going,
Why
Dale?
don't you try to come be a
You gonna
man?
leave your wife
try
here?
that with a grown-ass man instead of some kids. Are you kidding?
Babe, I didn't do this.
Don't.
You're such a liar.
Don't leave the stage, please.
Don't.
I can't believe you. The childhood we had, you do this to your kids?
There's been 30 CPS investigations to this. Okay? 30. Nobody's making this up.
They've all proved that none of them's been happening. They've closed all the cases.
Not yet.
They've closed. This is
one's
the only
not closed.
case they
Look,
haven't
this is
closed.
the only one. The one where your son, one child's being stapled to the wall, one is getting black eyes.
he was never
one with zip
stapled to
ties
the
around
wall.
his neck. Those allegations you're talking about?
Those were never true. The case was closed.
So let me ask you.
Where
The
he was
first
stapled
question
to
on
the
the lie
wall.
detector test today, we asked you, did you sexually molest your daughter? You passed it, right?
Yeah.
You didn't do it. Okay. You told the truth. But every other question you fail. Now you're not happy about those, are you?
No, I'm not happy because I didn't do them.
because you did it.
No, I didn't.
Okay. And listen, you know, I think you're a dirtbag too.
He was scared.
And you know
He
what?
was
I think you're
scared.
lying that you're going to leave this guy. I
No.
think you'll be laying with him tonight. You
No.
get off my stage. You're not a dad. You're just a sperm donor.
No, I'm a dad.
You're a dad.
I've
You're
made
a
my
dad.
mistakes.
I'm a dad. You're not a dad.
I've made my mistakes. I've made my mistakes, but I didn't do this.
You made your mistakes, and hopefully you'll never make them again. Your kids hopefully will never be under your roof again, never under your supervision again. May something in this universe stop you from ever having children again. You, I hope the next time I hear from you will be from a prison cell. Get the off my stage.